Good morning, good afternoon, and a good night. Welcome back. Well, I thought today we'd open some rivals because, you know what? I am actually quite surprised. This set has actually been holding its value pretty good so far. I mean, I'm honestly shocked. I mean, I haven't seen a set in a while. At least I don't look at every set, but like a recent set within the last like 2 years or so actually hold, you know, a decent amount of value still. I mean, I'm kind of surprised. You know, the mythics are pretty strong. There's a couple of rares that are actually some pretty good rares. No commons, but we do have a couple uncommons over $1 so I mean, we are we're passing the commons, okay? Lieutenant though, that's our first actually over $1 card there, and Ghalta. I mean that's I mean, it's not the best rare we can get in the set, but I mean we ain't gonna complain. I mean that's in our top, I think maybe top 5 rares of the set. I don't know, but I mean the mythic wise, I mean they are very strong mythics. Let me tell you that. The top 3, I mean, are absolutely insane for value, especially for like a set this old. If I were to guess, a Commander's probably pushing it pretty hard. But I mean, I don't know if any of these cards are used in Pioneer, but if they are, I mean, that would explain a lot as well. So I don't know. I mean, it could just be the Pioneer and Commander combined together on the Deep Root. But I mean, this set, I think before Pioneer was announced, I'm pretty sure the set was maybe like 95 or something. I'll put like right here, like what price I paid, just in the little corner right here. I'll put the price that I paid for my box whenever I bought it, or bought my boxes, before Pioneer was basically a thing. And I think right now, at least when I checked just now, the filming of this video, it was like $134 for a box. So, I mean, that's some pretty good growth if you ask me. I mean, I know that regardless of what I paid, I know I got some extra on top of that. But, I mean, I'm surprised, you know, $134 was pretty strong. I mean, if any of y'all have any boxes, I mean, I don't know. I would maybe consider holding on to it. I wouldn't offload it quite yet because, I mean, the older the set gets, the more it might, you know, be collectible. I guess you'll have to kind of gauge that for yourself. But, I mean, if you ask me, I mean, it would be something considering at this point. I mean, especially if you bought it at pre-release. I mean, $100 a box, that's $30 each. I mean, you might have to pay for shipping, or you could charge them for shipping. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, that's almost, what, between 25 and 30% increase. I mean, that's your ideal profit margin right there. I mean, ideally, you know, when it comes to like stock, anytime you hit, or at least what I read is, anytime you hit 20% of your original purchase value over, then you should sell, or at least consider selling. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I was about to say, did we not get a rare? Nope, we just got the Golden Guardian though. Actually, I do like these little flip lands too. I think that was a really cool idea. I thought it was executed pretty good as well. I actually kind of forgot that we had some of those. I know some of those are kind of, you know, a couple bucks, and some of them aren't really worth very much. So, I guess we'll see, you know, how many of those we can get, how many of the good ones we can get. I thought that was a card for sure. Blood Sun. Now, I will go ahead and tease to y'all a little bit, for the people that regularly tune into my channel. I did buy my birthday surprise already, so I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it is kind of spicy, and I got to do some things first before we can even think about making a video on it. So just stay tuned for that. I mean, obviously my birthday is in April, so that's a couple months away, but I am starting to get the wheels turning a little bit early. So we'll see, you know, what happens with that. And like I said, just stay tuned for it. It's gonna be, well, I guess it won't be completely spicy, but it's gonna be kind of juicy, and I feel like it'll have some good information in it too. You know, in case if you don't pay attention to the older cards of Magic, So I think you should tune in for that. I think it'll be kind of interesting. We'll do our best. But then again, I am just some, low life in my mom's basement that just sits here and open cards all day and can't get his computer to work. Anyway, though, I am happy with my purchase, though. Extremely happy. Only thing I need to do now is, just the last little. What would you call it? The oh, foil land there. Oh, I thought that was some special land. Is it clearing the cobwebs? I think that's probably the closest saying I could get to it, maybe. Admiral's Order. I do like the little raid mechanic. I am surprised, though, we're only one mythic into the box. I mean, we should get, on average, 4, which, I mean, this is like, the older set, so you actually do average 4. It is possible to get only 3, though. It is possible. We did get our foil rare, though. Form of the dragon, or dinosaur. That is a little unfortunate. Path of a Metal. Is that Boris? Boris land. Oh, the other thing too. I can't believe I didn't even think about opening with this first. There's a card in the new set that I did not realize was there. Oh, the Tendershoot. That's actually not a bad rare right there. I did not realize that there's this land that, under circumstances, could be very busted in Commander. And of course, I'm talking about the World Tree. And if you don't know about the World Tree, I'll pause for a second, put it up on this side. Alright, so basically, as you read there, we're going to be putting out a lot of gods, and of course, the ideal scenario is in Commander. So, as soon as I saw that card, I started working on a deck. I mean, I feel like I haven't really been this excited about building a deck in quite a while. So I started working on it. We're going to see where I can get it to go. I think it is going to be difficult for me, though, because it is my first 5-color deck building. So we're going to see how it works. Obviously, because I can't get my hands on World Tree, we won't be able to actually play the deck to see how well it actually works or anything like that. But I can at least, I have enough experience, at least in my head, that I can figure out how the deck will work, different things that might go against us, things that might help us, this and that, and we'll do our best. But I at least from what I have of the deck together so far, I am super excited for it. I think that it has some potential, but I think it's all going to depend on like the other cards that I'm choosing. So I'm just going to have to, figure out what I can use and what I can't, and go from there. But of course, if we're going to be doing gods, you have to do Child of Alara, which is kind of disgusting, but I mean, hey, Elenda. This is actually 4th mythic in the set. Pretty penny right there. Mythic number 2. So ideally, we should get 1 or 2 more mythics, hoping for 2. And we'll see what happens. Obviously, though, we're probably not going to be getting a foil mythic. I mean, I guess it's possible, but very unlikely, I would say. The Profane Procession there. That Orzhov. I know, like, the basic, color combination names, but I don't know, like, anyway. And Forerunner. Silent Reaver, that's kind of cool artwork there. And the Dire Fleet Daredevil. First strike there. Can't fix my piles. Now, I haven't really seen us getting any of those uncommons in a while. I did see we got another of those Vampire Lord, Pseudo Lord thing. But I haven't seen us get really any other uncommons past that. I'm sure that I'm probably just missing them though. That is definitely a possibility. The Tomb Robber. That is some kind of cool artwork there. And of course it has to be a pirate because it's a robber and tomb related, but anyway. No, we're gonna pass on the Evolving Wilds. I know it's tempting, but for the sake of the length of the video, we're just gonna keep hustling on. Trapjaw Tyrant though. Not sure about the value of that. Probably a couple bucks. Definitely not the mythic we're looking for. The top one is the Immortal Sun, $26. I think it has been reprinted maybe once or twice. I know for sure it was reprinted under the list, I think, or maybe it was the Mystery Booster. I'm not sure. It was one of those that it got reprinted in. So it has probably dropped in a little bit of value. I think it used to be in the 30s or so, but now it's like $26 or something like that. So, I mean, if we can still get it though, I mean, it's value-wise, it's very good. And if you ask me, oh, Curious Obsession, there we go. If you ask me, it's actually a pretty good card to play against myself, because I tend to play quite a bit of Planeswalkers. I think every deck that I've made since I started playing Commander has always had at least one plane, or probably at least 3 Planeswalkers in them. I just love Planeswalkers. I love how they interact with the game and everything like that. Negate, right there, foil. And an emblem. And, you know, I just like the way they interact, and, you know, in that manner, I feel like everybody in my play group knows, oh yeah, Zach uses Commander, or Planeswalkers in his Commander decks. And so, you know, sometimes that kind of bites me in the ass, but, you know what, we still go through it, though. The Storm of the Vault. Nice little is it there. But, I mean, there's always ways to remove it. That's all I'm saying. That's why I think it's A+. I do eventually want to make like a full-on Planeswalker deck though, but you know that's kind of on the back burner because this God deck is going to be my actually first ever 5-color deck to build. I did start on one a little bit a while ago, and then kind of I haven't touched it since, starting to work on it because it was just taking so long. But at least this one, I think I have an idea of what I'm wanting off the bat, so it should help me build it a little bit easier and quicker. So we'll have to see how that turns out first, and then based off of that experience, based off of, you know, how the deck plays and everything like that, then I can determine, you know, we need this for 5-color, we don't need this. Azor though, not what we're wanting. Not what we're wanting, that's for sure. Value-wise, I don't think we're going to quite hit our box value on this. I'll be honest with that, or at least what it should be. This is probably like a maybe a mid to low grade box. But I do feel like that we probably got close to hitting the value that I paid for it at least. I guess only we shall see here in a couple seconds what the total box value is. But if you did make it this far, thank you so much for stopping by. If you want to support the channel, you know how. Support is much appreciated. If you want to subscribe, like the video, all that whatnot. Subscribing is always free. You can always unsubscribe anytime you want to. Although I would not suggest it because we do open some cool stuff every now and then. But it is up to you. The Captain's Hook, that's kind of cool right there. And just a Raptor foil. And as always, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope y'all have a very good rest of your day.